The TAC study, again, is a multi-center phase 3 study where patients were randomized either to FTD TPI or placebo in a 2-to-1 fashion. FTD TPI was administered at 35 milligram per meter squared twice daily on days 1 to 5 and 8 to 12 of a 28-day cycle, and then patients had a control arm of placebo. About 507 patients were randomized in a 2-to-1 fashion with a primary endpoint of overall survival. Patients were stratified by the ECOG performance status, region, and prior ramucirumab treatment. And patients continued treatment until progression, withdrawal, or intolerance to the drug. The primary endpoint was met in a very good fashion in a sense that FTD TPI demonstrated a clinically significant and statistically significant improvement in overall survival compared to the placebo, with a very strong hazard ratio of about 0.69. I think there are a few important things that we need to think about when we put this in context. One is that this is a very heavily pre-treated patient population. There's about 62% of patients who had at least 3 prior lines of chemotherapy. We also know that the secondary endpoints of progression-free survival was met in a statistically significant fashion. One of the things that was looked at in the study, which is unique to this, is the time to deterioration of ECOG performance status to 2 or more. Again, FTD TPI clearly demonstrated that the time to ECOG performance status deterioration to 2 or more was meaningfully longer in the FTD TPI arm compared to the placebo arm. FTD TPI is currently awaiting priority review with the FDA based on the promising results, and this has just been published in Lancet Oncology. I do think that this will become a very meaningful salvage treatment for patients who have been exposed to 2 or more lines of prior chemotherapy.